Articulate speaking requires several things, and today we're going to discuss what those are. Take note, let's do this. Expanding your surface lexicon. The definition of lexicon is the collection of words used in language, subject, or by a particular person. It can also mean dictionary. Your lexicon is the vocabulary you know and use when you speak. A surface lexicon uses simpler and more common words, while a deeper lexicon uses more precise, vivid, and expressive words to describe the same idea. The key is not to rush. When you speak too fast, your brain grabs the first easy words it can find. But if you pause, breathe, and slow down, you give yourself time to choose a better word that fits your message more clearly. For example, instead of saying, movies are fun, you could say, films are entertaining, or cinema can be so captivating. Instead of saying, the cat fell off the roof, you could say, the feline climbed upward, reaching the roof, lost its balance, and fell. That second version points a more detailed picture and keeps the listener more engaged. Here's a polished version you could use. Expanding your surface lexicon means learning to express the same ideas with richer language. Your lexicon is a collection of words you recognize and use when you speak. A surface lexicon relies on simple words, but a deeper lexicon uses more descriptive and precise language to paint a clear picture. The goal is not to speak slower for no reason, but to pause long enough to choose the right words instead of the first word that comes to mind. For example, instead of saying, the cat fell off the roof, you might say, the feline climbed to the roof, lost its footing, and spilled downward. That version creates a stronger visual in the listener's mind. To build this habit, take a breath, slow your pace, and practice replacing basic words with more expressive ones that still fit the idea. So practice, grab some phrases and then change them. Here are some examples. It was good. Try this. It was delightful. It was satisfying, or it was impressive. She was mad. She was irritated. She was frustrated, or she was livid. The food was tasty. The meal was flavorful, well seasoned, or savory. He was tired. He was exhausted, drained, or worn out. The view was beautiful. The view was breathtaking, stunning, or remarkable. Get in the habit of commanding the pauses to give yourself time to analyze your ideas that you want to express, and learn in these passes that you could take an ordinary word and just add a pause in the right location, and it makes it more interesting. It captivates more attention, so practice your pausing when you speak. Being articulate requires these pauses to express the importance and also to establish to the listener that you are confident in what you are saying, and this is when the listener pays attention. Be aware, in today's culture, a lot of the younger generation, for them pausing means the listener is going to lose attention, but it does the reverse. Pausing shows that you value the weight of your words and are being calculated and intentional with your language. Remember, pausing when you speak creates suspense in the listener's mind, but more importantly, allows you time to construct a confident and articulate answer. Therefore, the important thing about articulation when you speak, it is to be able to convey the idea of the message clearly to the listener in a few words, so you do not have to rephrase and repeat in different form the same idea to the listener With the times that you allow yourself to pause, you're able to choose better intimacy words to convey your message. Trimming your filler words like, let me think. I'm not sure. Now I remember. Well, that's a good question. Like I was saying, basically, these are filler words. A lot of time, filler words are used because we're speaking faster than we can think. Our mouth gets ahead of our mind, often because we are fearful of the silence. One of the ways to reduce filler words is by pausing at the end of your words. This helps you with pause. So listen to the last word in your sentence or idea that you're expressing. For instance, if you were to say the cat has a white tail, pause on the word tail, then continue. This helps channel your focus on the words themselves, allowing you to choose your words more carefully. Practice keeping your mouth closed until you are ready to speak your first word. Keep your mouth closed until you have defined in your mind your opening words. Don't let the first words that come out of your mouth when you are asked something or replying be a filler word. Although these words are needed to make what we're saying more fluid, we need to disinfluence the overall use of filler words. This will help you immensely. It's crucial that you take inventory of the language inputs. The way you speak now is shaped by the languages you've been exposed to over time. Just as people are influenced by their environments, our speech reflects the quality of the words, phrases, and voices we let in our minds. Exposure to richer language can support vocabulary growth and shape later speech patterns. If you regularly read or listen to shallow, slogan-heavy, vulgar, or vague language, these patterns can gradually become part of your own speech. That's why it helps to spend time with language that is more precise, expressive, and well articulated. Reading and listening to stronger examples of language can broaden your thinking and improve how you express yourself. This doesn't mean books. It also includes the people you spend time with, the music you hear, and the content you consume every day. You do not need to overhaul your life, but it is worth noticing whether the daily language diet is helping you sound how you want to sound. If not, consider adding more sources of clear, articulate speech that reflects the kind of language you want to embody. Here's another important tool to learn. Tune your voice like an instrument. Being articulate isn't just about choosing good words. It is also about how you say them. A speaker can sound more clear and interesting by changing pitch, volume, speed, and tone because voice gives words emotion and energy. Think of speech like music. If you say the same sentence in a flat voice, it can sound boring, but if you add variety and feelings, it sounds so much better. That is why strong speakers often sound smooth, natural, and expressive. Here's an example. You greeting somebody. Hi, how are you? Here's with velocity and expression. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. What a difference, right? How do we train the mind to speak with a deeper vocabulary? We do it by learning words that mean the same as everyday words, but in a more vivid, precise, and expressive way. The goal is not to sound fake or over fancy. It is to describe things with more depth, texture, and style. For example, if you and a friend had a steak and they asked, "How was it?" the surface answer would be, "It was delicious." That works, but it is basic. A more expressive answer might be, "It was rich, tender, and full of flavor, or it had a beautiful texture and a bold, savory taste. This version shows more control over language and create a clear picture in the listener's mind. Here's a polished version you could use. To speak with a deeper lexicon, train yourself to describe the same idea in richer ways. Instead of reaching for the fastest words, explore words that are more specific, artistic, and vivid. Here are more examples to just get your mind used to thinking in this content. The room was nice. The room was warm, inviting, and beautifully arranged. That movie was good. That movie was engaging, well-crafted, and emotionally powerful. You feel the difference? It's emotionally more charged, more descriptive. You can visualize it. A simple way to build this skill is to practice talking with ordinary words and replacing them with 2 or 3 more descriptive words that carry the same meaning but with more color. Over time, that helps you think in richer language and speak more vivid. Till the next time, my friends, practice what you want to better, learn what you want to live, and be who you want to be. Always, Danny B. Funman. Mr. B's World Adventure, where wishes grow with your imagination.